What's up, everybody? It's your boy Keefe, and you're watching Ghost Cult's 2020 Album of the Year Countdown here on YouTube. You can check out our website at ghostcultmag.com for the full 75 to 1 countdown with write-ups, podcast analysis, and much more. I tried to wear something festive today, but this red hat and green crowbar shirt is the best I can do for the holidays. First of all, thanks for watching, and if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe and support our small business at ghostcultmag.com. We're counting down the best albums of 2020 as voted by the Ghost Cult magazine staff of our worldwide writers, correspondents, photographers who have no shows to shoot. This was tabulated by our expert pal, Steve Tovey, back from hiatus to help us with this year-end review. So without further ado, let's get started. Clocking in at number 20, The Ocean Collective, Phanerozoic Part 2. Another science-y, awesome record from the post-metal greats, The Ocean or The Ocean Collective, depending on the album, what they feel like being called, and what they're called on social media. This is part 2 of their 2-part album series, perhaps the equal to their great Pelagic record of several years ago. Phanerozoic is yet another exploration of the depths of the planet, the depths of the soul, if you will. A fantastic record worth your time. It's out now on Metal Blade Records. Perhaps the most 2020 record of all the records on the countdown, the return of the great grindcore death metal legends Napalm Death, throes of joy in the jaws of defeat, a perfect political, furious record for a disgusting time in the world. Who better than the great social commentators and political activist band? That's out now on Century Media Records. Number 18 is a bit of a surprise on the list, but certainly worthy. Wino, Scott Wino Weinrich, you know him from The Obsessed and St. Vitus. He turned in his solo debut album, Forever Gone, out now on Ripple Music as part of Ripple Music's amazing Blood and Strings series of unplugged and chill records from their otherwise heavy and doomy artists. And this is a fantastic record. I was pleasantly surprised at how high this ranked. Super great record. Definitely good for your rainy day and snowstorm moments. Number 17, a personal favorite of mine, Mr. Bungle's comeback record, The Raging Wrath of the Easter Bunny Demo. How awesome is it that this band came back? I know that their diehard fans are not totally pleased with this direction, which is the original direction of the band, sort of a crossover hardcore death metal album that they wrote as teenagers. It's a collection of the demo, which is a bunch of originals, a few brand new songs, and some very clever covers. I'm pretty sure we haven't heard the last of them yet. Number 16 should be no surprise to followers of Ghost Cult Mag. Code Orange with their awesome album Underneath, out now on Roadrunner Records. It seems like the band is having one of the most stellar uses of the pandemic with their incredible streaming series and all kinds of cool creative things the band is doing, select merch drops. But this album is the thing that launched it all right at the start of the pandemic, and they have not stopped grinding. So props to you guys, Code Orange. Clocking in at number 15, the great Paradise Lost with their album Obsidian, out now on Nuclear Blast Records. Awesome to have the classic gloomy doom band back, kind of transcended their goth industrial phase of the 90s to this late era doom stuff. And it's wonderful to hear Nick Holmes' incredible, impeccable voice on these tracks. A fantastic album for 2020. Clocking in at number 14, Oranssi Pazuzu with their album Mitstaren Kunsi, which I most certainly pronounced wrong. That means the Master's Claw in Finnish, and the avant-garde black metal band turned in another stellar album, certainly one of the most anticipated of the year, and it's always great when those highly anticipated albums follow through. Number 13 is the heaviest band on our countdown. That's right, Primitive Man, the heaviest band on earth, I've called them. And their album Immersion, out now on Relapse Record. The incredible epic doom album is uncomfortable and makes you feel unsettled and uneased, and that's what it's supposed to do. And you do become immersed in their sound and their riffs. So it's definitely another good epic doom record from that band. Clocking in at number 12, a bit of a surprise in the countdown, but a welcome return for AC/DC. That's right, the classic rock legends returned with their album Power Up, dominating the Billboard charts. It's only happened a few times in the last few years where a mainstream band of any stripe of rock or metal topped the charts, and AC/DC did it with this comeback record. I have to say I was pleasantly surprised with how great the record is from start to finish. Obviously, it's nothing new for them. It's not groundbreaking, but for them, they turned in a great record, and I think they maybe even defied expectations in a lot of ways. So super cool to have these legends back for however long we can get them. And if this is their last record, what a way to go out. Coming up next at number 11, Sylosis with their album Cycle of Suffering, out now on Nuclear Blast. Sylosis had taken a bit of a hiatus. You know that their main man and leader, Josh Richardson, had joined Architects and filled in their band on guitar, which he has a new record coming out with that band in January. But what a great and pleasant return by Sylosis, one of the best tech death bands in the world, and super cool to have them back. They turned this record in early in the year in February, and we're really surprised and pleased at how high it ranked here among our team, and just goes to show you what a quality record Cycles of Suffering is. Number 10 is Trivium's What the Dead Men Say, out now on Roadrunner Records. A very consistent, long-running band. It seems like only yesterday they were the brand new hot neo-thrash band, and now they are one of the leading lights of the metal world, and this album is all killer and no filler. Number 9 is Catatonia, City Burials, and we love the gloomy, dark goth band, very similar to the Paradise Lost record, another classic band with a classic doomy album. Perhaps one of the most depressing albums in Catatonia's entire catalog. We discussed this on our podcast edition of this countdown, and what is just a fantastic return to form from the band. They were on hiatus right before this album, so it's great to have them back. Another personal favorite of mine is clocking in at number 8, Enslaved with Utgard, out on Nuclear Blast Records and By Norse Recordings. Another black and progressive metal album from the band. They originally postponed this album. It was originally supposed to be a summertime release, and it came out in October. They crushed it all year long with these live streams and concert events. They have a concert event coming up in a few weeks on the winter solstice. Very fitting, and just a fantastic, fantastic record. Some of the best metal made all year long is on this record by Enslaved. Clocking into number 7, perhaps the surprise of the top 10, Protest the Heroes, Palimpsest. That's right, I said it right. I practiced this thing like 25 times, Palimpsest. Now I can say it, great. Protest the Hero is a djenty progressive band. You know them, also a little bit of metalcore in their sound. They have turned in one of the best records of their career. They are also a very consistent band throughout their career, but this is perhaps one of their best records, if not their best record, and certainly a very fitting record for these uncertain times. Number 6 is the Black Dahlia Murders, Verminous. That's right, the Metal Blade death metal leaders are back with their record. I think it was a little bit of a mild surprise at how high this record ranked, but it really shouldn't be. This is one of their best records. That band is also wildly consistent in their entire career, how heavy they go all the time, and this record shows that even a veteran band of almost 20 years can continue to evolve and reshape their sound and continue to strive to break down new doors and barriers for themselves, which also makes a great experience for fans and journalists too. And now we reach the top 5. Number 5 is Killer Be Killed and their album Reluctant Hero. Killer Be Killed is a metal supergroup featuring members of Dillinger Escape Plan, Mastodon, Soulfly, and At the Drive-In. And most supergroups are not super at all. We know, we review a lot of them, but this one truly is, and it's truly a perfect blend of all the members' styles. Everybody gets a chance to express themselves, and each member's talents come through in every song. This is definitely an incredible record, worthy of this top 5 ranking, and I can't recommend it enough. The Big 4. Number 4 is Emma Ruth Rundle and Thou's collaborative album, May Our Chambers Be Full, out now on Sacred Bones Records. Of course, Emma Ruth Rundle, we love here at Ghost Cult. She's the dark folk Americana artist, formerly of the band Marriages and Red Sparrows. Thou, of course, is the incredible sludge and avant-garde band. They came together commissioned by Walter at Roadburn Festival, which we love and cover a lot, and they birthed this incredible, dark, gloomy album that both matches that dark folk and sludge aesthetic perfectly. We hope to get more music from them in the future. We're certainly going to get a new Emma Ruth Rundle album at some point, and Thou is working on new music, but for now, we have this masterpiece album, one of the best albums of 2020. Number 3, Solstafir, Endless Twilight of Codependent Love, out now on Season of Mist Records. This album was far and away my personal number 1 this year, ranked number 3 by the staff at Ghost Cult. An incredible Icelandic post-rock band, post-metal band, phenomenal songwriting, 10 of 10 for sure, this album. I'm sure we'll all debate at the end of their career what their best record is. Some will say Ada, some will say this one. I think this is an incredible record. Definitely worth your time. It grows on you on repeat listens. It gets better and better every time. Hail Iceland, hail Solstafir. Number 2 is Elder with Omens on their own Stickman Records. For those of you that don't know, Elder is an incredible stoner rock, stoner doom band. They added a lot of psychedelic rock this time around to this album, Omens, with a lot of keyboards. They invited in a guest keyboard player to collaborate and write with them, and it really shows. This album is a masterpiece, and I can't say enough great things about it. And now for the number 1 record of the year, as voted by the staff of Ghost Cult magazine. And it shouldn't be too much of a surprise, but maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Deftones with their masterpiece album Ohms, out now on Reprise Warner Brothers Records. There was some question as to whether we would even get this record this year because of the pandemic. It was originally supposed to be a summertime release. It was finally dropped in late September with only about 5 or 6 weeks lead time. The band has definitely topped themselves. I thought their last album was an unbelievable masterpiece, Gore. This album is a logical next step in progression. It's doomy, it's gothic, it's romantic, it's sexy, it's sick, it's got all kinds of cool stuff on it. Lots of layers to unpack and check out. Phenomenal vocal and lyric performance by Chino Moreno. Definitely pick up this album. They've done a lot of creative stuff with the merch, the album cover. They did a charity integration with all the dots on the album cover artwork. Really, really cool stuff. As always, everything Deftones does is thoughtful and creative. And that's what you want from a number 1 album of the year. And that's our countdown. Once again, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe to our channel. And check out the entire album of the year coverage on our site, ghostcultmag.com. There'll be a banner on the homepage you can click. Thanks for being here. Please be safe and wear a mask, and take care of yourselves. Peace.